Hey, this is Bryan Donihue, your one-legged GM, and you are watching Season 2, Episode 5 of The Misadventures of the Restore Corps, The Rise of the Ruby Queen. Before we get started, a couple announcements. As of the drop of this episode, we have a brand new short story up on the website. It may or may not be about the origins of Fred's taco box, and therefore spoilers are involved. So, yeah, you've been warned. How do you get to that story? Well, first of all, you do have to go to the website, incursionlegends.com. Link down below. Second of all, you do have to be a special agent to actually read that short story. How do you become a special agent? Well, first of all, you pay me some money. No, I'm kidding. That is part of it, but you go to incursionlegends.com/support to become a special agent or one of the other tiers of the membership. Why would you become a special agent? First of all, you're going to get access to more stories than are available on the public side of the site. You become a character at some upcoming story or book in the world, so you will become a fun character in the world. And a lot of other stuff. You get free artwork from me at a convention. Anytime you see me, depending on the level of your membership, you may get free stuff in the mail from me. So there's all kinds of reasons to be that. Plus, it supports me and helps me, well, do this. So that's a good thing. Other than that, we've got Byron Rec Comic-Con coming up this weekend. That's Saturday, February 5th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. That is at Byron Township Recreation Hall, or Rec Department, whatever it is. It's their new rec facility, or their quasi-new rec facility. Anyways, Byron Rec Comic-Con, come see me. We'll be there. And if you're special agents, or if you want to sign up to be a special agent, drop by, say hi, and get brand new artwork for this year. We have two cool features. One of them, well, it's very relevant to the current series. The other one is Fred, as usual. So, stop by and say hi. I think that's it for all the announcements this week. As always, smash that like button, comment down below, and, well, if you haven't done so yet, subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified that when this new stuff releases. Other than that, hey, on with the show. So we are back with the Misadventures of the Restore Corps, Season 2, The Rise of the Ruby Queen. As we last left our intrepid cleanup crew, Neuro had decided to panic the local law enforcement and state DNR office, and so they are clearing the entire island of everybody pretty much except for the Restore Corps. Congrats on that. The air raid sirens, as we have the tornado sirens, has gone off. There's a lot of commotion outside. Fred went out to grab the van, and
no, he grabbed the buggy. He went up to grab the buggy.
No, he went out to retrieve the van, and then Sapling realized and panicked, hoping he would not put the van on the buggy because they would really like the security deposit back, especially after Imp's major expenditures.
And
So-
Fred's poor review of that contract. Ugh.
Yes. So, you run out. I'm assuming everybody else is kind of packing up and getting ready to go out to go gear up. Sapling, you run out in a panic, and as you kind of exit the door, you do see the van sitting there. The horse and the buggy are both just fine, kind of in front of behind the horse and buggy are in front of the van. So the van is parked right behind him. And Fred looks at you and goes, "Oh, you're here. I'm going to go return the buggy."
Okay, thank you. Trying to appear much calmer than I am. I wasn't worried.
Not that there's anyone to return it to.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't know that.
Put them away.
Guys, he just left. Let's leave him.
I don't have my license.
He's got the keys to the van.
I'm not here.
I'm not leaving my Taco Bro.
Exactly. 42
so you
is
guys,
the hookup and is not letting that go.
as you, so you guys do. Are you then wandering out once you gather your gear and stuff? Or are you just going outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I had most of my gear packed and ready to go. So
Yeah, I'll go grab my actual stuff.
I mean, it probably wasn't even an hour in the hotel before
All in my backpack.
all of
Let's
this.
go.
Let's face it.
Oh no, it was 3 hours. Remember, like we actually got a couple hours down.
Mhm.
Yeah, you got a couple hours downtime, and then Neuro decided to call.
I was highly distracted by tacos. So.
Yeah.
Neuro rolled his dice.
Yes, and then
So-
Neuro rolled his dice.
As Imp walks out, I will kind of look out and hopefully kind of see Fred driving the buggy off a little bit in the distance, and kind of said to Sapling, he doesn't usually damage them when they're not moving. It's only when he's behind the wheel.
Give me just a second, guys. We're going to pause momentarily. All right. So, yes. So you walk out as Fred is taking the very, very short drive down the short road to the stables. What you guys doing?
I've got all my stuff. I'm sitting outside of the van.
I'm just going to throw my stuff in the van and climb in.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go retrieve my stuff and then I guess.
I got
Is
my
the
setup
van
in there.
locked?
I'm going to throw
No.
my stuff in and just hold my head down in shame while sitting in the van.
The van was unlocked because Sapling was there when he started driving the buggy away. So
Yep.
I didn't
so
run away
load,
from the van until somebody else showed up.
Load my gear and get in.
Same.
My gear's pretty much all in the van. So
I'm sitting.
other than the laptop.
Pardon. I'm sitting in the van, and I literally have my badge wallet in my hand, just waiting for someone to show up and say, "Hey, you can't have a vehicle on this."
I push buttons on the GPS to program in our destination while we wait on Fred and Sapling to get back, because Sapling has to go get her gear since she ran out so quickly.
yeah. Okay. So it's a few minutes, and Gruff, there's one point when one of the 6 police officers actually
Yes.
comes up. They drive up in their little truck and they're like, "How did you get a truck on the?"
We're with the OTA. We'll be taking over this crime scene.
Oh, it's you guys. All right, that's all right, and just kind of that, it's all your fault kind of attitude, and then moves on. Because
You're not wrong.
Gotta love the communication between the greater branches of the law enforcement community.
Always so quick to point the finger.
Enjoy your donuts, guys.
I
Wonder
mean,
if they're
Yeah,
fudge
they're gonna be out of
donuts.
donuts here shortly.
To be fair, it's not coming out of their budget, so they're not worried about it.
Fudge donuts? Are they getting fudge donuts?
Can we fudge dip a donut?
Can we
Is
fudge
that allowed?
I don't know.
You might be able to, but
There's
I can't.
nobody here to stop us.
Gruff needs to know, and now Simon needs to know.
Except for probably all the
Okay.
things keeping the fudge melted are turned off.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
After we save the world, when we still basically have the island to ourselves, that and old man Henderson over there who refuses to leave because he was born here and by God he'll die here. Yeah, I see him there. Yeah, I see you.
I mean, I could take care of that.
Vlad, no.
No.
You know,
I wasn't going to drain him, okay? I was just going to scare him a little.
Still no.
we could just let Neuro flash the thing in.
From what I heard, old man Henderson doesn't scare easily, so
He can stay there all he wants. If freaky things happen in front of him, Neuro
Look.
can flashy thing him, and don't forget the last 40 years
Look.
of his island.
He's not harming anybody. He's just on his front porch in a rocker holding a double-barreled shotgun.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just the one he has on his porch with him. So old man Henderson's the fallback point because Lord knows that man has an armory.
I mean,
Probably yes.
yeah.
how he
We're-
got it there. That's the interesting question.
I
That's
plead the fifth.
It's one of
easy.
those don't ask,
Actually,
don't tell.
No, that actually is pretty easy. Never mind. I thought about it in my head for half a sec. That's actually pretty easy.
I mean,
Yeah.
legitimately, all you have to do is tell the folks on the ferry that you actually have it, and that's it.
Also, if he just transports himself, he doesn't have to worry about the ferry.
That's true.
Ergo, he's not traveling on federally protected transportation with a firearm. He doesn't have to declare it at all.
That's true.
Welcome to the wonderful world of the United States for all of our international viewers.
So
Specifically Michigan.
we're all agreeing.
Specifically
Old man
Michigan.
Henderson's. We're gonna call old man Henderson's fallback Zeta.
Yeah, that's Plan
All right.
Zeta right there.
Plan Zeta. We go to old man Henderson's and he probably has like a lot.
Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition.
Uh-huh.
Pretty much.
Actually, that's the sign I see on his porch.
Probably has one of the we don't call the police. We don't call 911. You know,
We call
Smith and Wesson.
357 or
Yeah.
whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't call 911 prior to the prior to you breaking in.
Due to the rising prices of ammunition, there will be no warning shot. Thank you for your understanding. Yeah.
Those
We
are
know
all
the
the
type.
Yeah, he
Those
doesn't
are the
have a
bumper
car to put
stickers
the
on
bumper
it.
stickers on, so he just puts the bumper stickers on his house.
It's a bumper sticker on his bike trailer.
I mean, yes. There's at least 3 of them on there.
Mhm.
You know, the guns don't kill people, I kill people. There's one of them. Anyways,
So Glitch, do you need a bigger gun? I'm pretty sure we could find them in there.
all right. Sapling, I'm sure has joined you at this point. Fred comes wandering back. Fred comes wandering back from the livery stable, holding a receipt.
I'll take that.
He hands
How
it to
did you
you.
get the receipt if there was nobody
you.
there?
It's a receipt with the contract stuff. So
I fold it up, stick it in my wallet. We'll see if I remember it's there.
okay, all right. And then he just kind of walks up and climbs in the truck.
Sapling probably rolls down not too long after that.
Yeah. Yep. She grabs her gear, toss it in the van, and
She would ask Fred for the receipt.
At which point Gruff would remember, and I'll hand it over.
okay.
To be fair, yeah.
And we'll.
It's fine.
She kind of looks at it. She doesn't even open it. She looks at it and goes, "We'll talk about this later." And tucks it away. So, Fred's just kind of looking at you. Where are we going?
I programmed it in the GPS.
Actually, would I have an overlay of the area I was scouting out? Because we had the sky feed or the satellite feed.
I mean, you have that on your SSP, yes.
So I just hand him the SSP. Says, "Yeah, go there."
Also got it. Yeah. We can drop a pin on Gaggle Maps and it'll tell us.
All right.
I thought it was Gaggle Terra.
He kind of
Gaggle
looks
Terra,
and goes, I think there's enough paths to get there. Yeah, sure. Okay.
They're pretty well worn tracks. I mean, we could fit the van down it. I guarantee it.
I lean over to Vlad and be
Just
like,
don't tear off some of the paneling, Fred.
I
Oh,
lean
no.
over to
We waited for
Vlad.
night. Oh, it's only early evening because of somebody.
Yep. That's right.
Yep.
I lean
No,
over to
I'm
Vlad.
saying don't tear off the paneling as we go through the woods.
Still,
know.
time to drive. Let's go.
So
I lean over to Vlad and be like, "Hey, Vlad, looks like you
Sapling.
might have a buffer job when we get back."
Sapling.
I'm going to
as
make
you-
him do it.
Sapling, just to catch you up really quickly. Fred came back from the livery with the receipt and the customer copy of the contract. Originally handed it to Gruff because you had run inside to grab your bags, and so
Yeah.
when you came out, you handed it, or Gruff, you asked for it. Gruff handed it to you, and you told Fred that you'd look at it later after this to make sure that he actually did.
We need a representative to sign to say it got received. This is no good. There's no representatives at the livery.
Do you look at it?
Yes.
Okay, it's signed.
By Fred or somebody else.
Well, I mean, Fred signed for the OTA, but the
Someone from the livery did sign back.
someone from the
for it.
livery did sign it. Yes.
We're still mid-evacuation,
Yeah,
so there's
they're-
probably somebody there, like signing
They're
stuff.
probably like, why are you returning this now? We're leaving. I just need you to sign
Somebody
it.
might
Fine, get
also-
out.
Somebody might be unwilling to leave the horses.
That's fair. Very fair. Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, have you
So-
met horse people?
As you,
Miss Old Man Henderson's got it.
by the way,
I
as
met
you
some
are,
horse people. They're real hoity-toity. I don't like them. I'd rather stick with the goat people.
as you, as Fred fires up the truck, you do hear helicopters coming. Anybody? Actually, yeah. Anybody who looks or who wants to look, give me a survival awareness roll, please.
Me.
Oh, yeah, these dice are out to play.
I used the new die. I exploded.
You never
Which
said
way,
which way.
The good way.
Okay.
I probably rolled the lowest, 44.
78.
88.
69.
69.
But
Nice.
I need to figure out
115.
where my sheet is.
All right. So anybody who rolled a 65 or higher,
Oh, wait, I looked at the wrong number.
and you
Yeah, I got
should
it.
be higher than that, Vlad, unless you exploded down.
No, I accidentally looked at my spot hazards instead of my base awareness.
I was going to say, Vlad is now aware that they are in a game. They rolled so high.
98.
Yeah. All right. Like I said, you'd kind of have to explode down to not hit that.
Base of 82 awareness, so
Oh my gosh.
Base of
You're thinking-
71, so I'm up
Oh
there.
my gosh.
So
He's taking penalties because he has to look through like massively like almost
Lens.
welding.
Dark
Welding.
tilted, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
That's
As you-
why
as you
it's so
look-
high, is because I got all of that experience looking through that stuff.
As you look, you do see it is the orange and white of the Coast Guard helicopters that are coming in to facilitate the evacuation and as you look out towards the lake, there's at least one Coast Guard cutter who's steaming pretty heavily on the horizon towards the shores. So,
Yeah, we can hear
apparatus.
this from inside the van, right?
yeah, anybody who kind of looked out or looked as they went
Yeah.
as they were climbing in, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, Nero.
What?
Even I haven't spent that much money.
well, there was that one deal, but that's a whole nother issue.
Look. Just because Aphrodite wanted the very first bottle of perfume that was ever produced, doesn't mean it wasn't worth it.
Mean. All right, so Fred goes, all right, and puts the trekking gear and motors away.
As we're driving, can I like radio to all the responders coming in?
Why?
They would have an emergency band, and we would know it.
Yeah, you would have access to the emergency band. What are you going to say?
I'd like to say this is Special Agent Christensen with the OTA. We've got things under control. We don't need assistance.
Oh, I'll admit it's not as bad as me evacuating the island, but
Give me an influence leadership roll, please.
Well, I exploded upwards.
That's good.
Promising.
Total of 54.
Yeah, that's not good enough. So you hear over the radio on the emergency band, whoever this is, get off. This is the emergency band. This island is currently being evacuated due to a terroristic threat. Get off this band while we coordinate emergency services.
All right.
Wow. I didn't expect two of us to lose radio privileges.
So,
Somebody should tell them there are some like federal agents already on the ground. So
Where,
that maybe if they like send in anyone with like scarier rescue equipment, that we don't get shot or anything.
yeah, who's got the highest influence leadership?
Yeah,
Sapling.
Not me.
25,
I mean,
but it's not good.
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good with people. Can I have the
I was
radio?
gonna say.
It's just like
It's going to probably be one of either Imp or Gruff there. So,
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good with people. Can I have the radio?
I'm also pretty good with people.
All right.
which one of you
Here,
is
one
going
of you
to...
two try, and I pass the radio over.
We have our own.
Yeah.
True.
Go ahead.
We're gonna go through. I'm gonna go through the channels, scan, and don't look for the emergency where they're coordinating anything. But the one that seems like it's more of like a top level one.
Okay.
Do I find that?
Give me...
would I just know that band with my knowledge of procedures and junk?
Yeah. So two things here. Imp, give me an electronics roll if you're scanning through the frequencies. And Sapling, yes, give me a roll for OTA
Okay,
procedures and policies.
My scanning electronics turned into a 38. Surprisingly, that's really good for me.
Oh.
I mean, it is really good for you. It's not quite... You're not sure which channel is actually active that you should be on.
That's fine.
Well, I exploded down,
Oh,
I push them
But-
both over and just find the channel.
but I still got a 41. So I don't know if that's good enough or not.
The difference is you actually have an idea of what you're looking for. So you don't remember off the top of your head, but you remember where to find it in the manual that's stored on your phone.
There we go.
So it takes you a few seconds to find it, and you actually do pull up the procedures for contacting during an emergency, for contacting the during an emergency local, all the way up to the
Instant command or whatever.
federal. So you realize that it's probably in the procedures it says that radio should be a last ditch effort, that you actually should be calling them on the phone, and it lists for various agencies. It tells you who to list, and for Coast Guard is on the list on one of them, that actually will get you into somebody who you can talk to and identify yourself as.
So while Imp's playing with his radio, Sapling, I don't know, dials her phone and then hands it to Imp.
Okay. On the other end, this is you get through to somebody. Says U.S. Coast Guard.
How can I direct your call?
No, this is actually a direct call into their emergency systems. So it's
Probably a commander at minimum is going to pick up the phone.
Yeah,
it's a red phone.
It's a red phone. It's very much it's answered by the
Probably
the
a
commander.
lieutenant or something.
Yeah.
Some attaché.
Someone who's got enough authority to actually determine whether or not to hand the phone to the important person. Yes.
Exactly.
So they do. They answer the phone. What do you say?
Hi, this is Agent Zagrafios with the OTA. We have an active team here on Mackinac Island. In case someone is, in case you or another agency is currently sending in any anti-terrorism groups, just want to know that we are here and we will be displaying OTA symbols on our gear. So please tell them to look before they do anything.
So this is an OTA thing. This is not okay. All right. I will forward to the on-scene commanders. Do you need backup from one of our action teams? I have a team that can fly out.
If anything, have the action teams protect the evacuation effort. It's in progress. It's going to happen. It's not going to get stopped. We'd rather see them protecting the people that are getting away and getting to safety while we go in and take care of the other stuff.
Okay.
We will be on channel, and Imp looks and sees what our normal operating channel is and says, we'll be on that channel. They can contact us via it, or we will contact them via it if in case anything else needs to happen.
Okay. I will pass that on. I will forward that to the on-scene incident commander, and we will stage our people at the dock area where we are doing the evacuation. If you need us, let us know. Good luck.
I'm hoping this is the most boring day for everyone. That this evacuation is the most exciting thing that happens today, and it's just a story people can tell, and
You
we all
me
laugh
both.
about in like 5 years.
Okay.
After we cry about the budgetary requirements.
Well, yeah, you'll be crying because it's not our budget at this point. So,
Yeah. Like I said,
Back
there'll
on
be tears
Sapling.
and then we laugh.
yep. All right. I will pass that on to the incident commander. Thank you for calling us.
You're good. You're good. Thank you. Bye. Click. All right, you two, no more talking to people.
I learned my lesson already. Thank you.
At least I didn't cause the evacuation.
Like I said, I learned my lesson already. Thank you.
Look, BS artist. I am the BS artist. He like points over to Gruff. Gruff has more experience at BS than you two.
What?
Exactly.
You keep your head down. You don't do anything. They like you. It's much better, easier.
Exactly.
So
All right.
for the record, I'm still allowed to talk to people.
If they will talk to you, yes, Glitch.
Okay, so Fred is pulling forward, bouncing over some of the, bouncing onto a footpath to kind of drive. I mean, they're part of them are cement, most of them are not. Some of them are rutted. There's the one point when he says that Gaggle told him to go this way, and it's just like in between trees, and you hear that
Stop using Gaggle. We have a government guidance program. Stop using Gaggle.
And we
Turn
are
left now. There's trees there. Turn left now.
We're not
Don't
walking.
hit
We're not
the
walking.
tree.
considering where we are. I believe him.
Yeah.
I follow some of
Thankfully-
those maps of natural force.
Thankfully, it hasn't rained in a while, so your multi-ton armored truck is not sinking up to its axles in mud.
Wait, we put armor on this thing?
Road
This is
not
a
found.
cleaning
At the
van.
nearest intersection, please make a legal U-turn.
That's all Gaggle's saying.
This thing's
You are not
effectively a
on a
sprinter
roadway.
van.
This is not a roadway. Please get off.
So,
Can somebody just shut that off?
You're driving through a national forest. What are you doing? Please stop. Turn around.
Please stop. Think of the children.
so
You know, I really
After-
do like that. That update to Gaggle was so great.
after just a few minutes, you pull up, and it's you pull up next to a site that's got some benches, and there's a lovely little green and gold sign that's sitting there. And Fred goes, "All right, we're here."
Yep. Everybody.
Grab the
Badges.
backpack. Let's go. Badges in the credential pocket, flipped out,
Yep.
so there's an actual badge.
Take the OTA Velcro thing and put it on back of Vlad's flak jacket.
Thanks,
All right.
Tim.
So you climb out, and before you, surrounding you, you're in the middle of a state park. In front of you, a little gravel area with a couple benches, and there's a sign that says something to the effect of Skull Cave, and this is what happened here. We think this has happened, and blah blah blah. Standard BS. So the cave in front of you is. For those of you who've seen like big caves or have gone to caves in actual mountains, it's a cutout in a mound.
Wow,
It's-
this is pathetic.
Yeah, it's for something that's called Skull Cave. You expected so much more.
This is kind of like a skull hole in the ground. It's not much of a cave.
Well, the
take a
website
picture.
didn't lie.
I take a picture of it and then I shoot it as part of a text message to Hades, going, "Yours interest looks so much better."
All right, so what you doing?
Well,
There's
I wanna go
there's a
into the
little
cave.
there's a way to actually get into it and kind of go down into it. You can go back a little bit, not very far.
I
Do we
pull my
still have-
backpack up properly. I buckle it, and then I'm ready to go.
Okay.
I pull out the goggles that we had from the previous mission, put those on, then put my pack on and go.
That's a good idea.
Flip over the laptop.
Got my duffel
Also
over
put
one
on my
shoulder, got a cooler in the other hand. I'm good.
Why do you have a cooler?
We don't want him
Do you
to
want me
Thanks.
to rampage?
Complicated question.
You are thinking way too hard.
Fine. Do you want me to uncontrol rampage?
Again, complicated question. On cultists, yes. On us, no.
Well, this will prevent me
So
from just
indiscriminately
going nuts
rampage.
at any inopportune moment.
You know, I think at this time I'm gonna actually. I forgot. What do the goggles do for us again?
Night
see
vision,
magic and see.
magic.
I can record what you're seeing.
See magic and transmit it to WD.
I suppose I should put mine on then.
Yeah, I'll put mine on too.
I don't put mine on,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I look around. I stop and I listen. Can I hear the air raid sirens from where we are?
Give me a survival awareness.
Good question.
I like that number more. 82.
Yes. Yes, you can. And they're not super faint. They're fairly loud.
So if anyone was around here, they probably heard us coming. Well, or that at least.
I would think at this point the birds and everything would be kind of being disrupted by these sirens. So I think there would be enough signs even if they didn't hear the sirens.
Well, I mean,
Let's
let's
go.
get going. I don't know.
Hey,
I mean-
for those that have the goggles on, do you see anything unusual around this area?
Give me a survival awareness, please.
While they're doing that, I'm going to walk up to the cave mouth.
Yeah, I'll be up there with
Wait,
Gruff.
I want to look at the tracks on the ground before we walk through them.
I stop.
Okay. So the rolls with the goggles on. Give me your rolls.
64.
Okay. Who else was rolling with the goggles on?
I did. I'm new setups.
Can I analyze their data?
53.
Okay.
Hey, Vlad, didn't you say you put goggles on too?
Yeah, I didn't say I was looking at anything though.
I think he can because he has the.
I was gonna say I'm not sure that the goggles would fit really well over the faceplate.
They're just kind of like resting. They're
Yeah.
like resting on my head.
On
They're
your
not pulled
forehead.
down over my eyes. They're just resting up there.
Okay.
So that way, when we get into the cave, I could actually put them on.
You look like a low rent, slightly scary version of Dr. Horrible right now.
Yes.
These people all have
Um,
We'll call it the cheap cosplay.
I'm almost picturing the radiation suit from Back to the Future, that big
Yeah.
yellow with the dark faceplate and the yep.
Okay. Yeah, I can kind of see that.
Okay, so for those of you who were looking, you don't see anything. Nothing is showing up on the goggles where you're at as you're looking around the area.
No lens flares this time.
Okay.
42. Are you staying in the van? Or are you going?
Well, it doesn't even look like they're going to get out of my sight.
That's true. That's fair.
Cave is. So I might as
That's
well
fair.
kind of
van.
stick with the van with the panel door open, you know.
All right.
Okay. I just want to look
So-
and see like how recently or like how well visited. I know like tracking's not going to be this magical thing where I just know, but I just kind of want to see what I can see with the tracking roll.
Give me a
Survival track.
survival track then.
I'm going to let them all crawl around in the dirt first.
As I see what Sapling is doing, I'm going to make some cursory glances for tracking as well.
All right, go ahead.
I have a very good. Oh, I keep rolling. I can't roll over a 5, guys. This was a 3.
This
43.
This isn't anything new for
I
you.
mean, it
I'd like to
hurts.
look at the
Okay,
tracks,
I haven't
too.
rolled in a while.
I'm sure Gruff would probably get better scores than me, but
79.
75.
All right.
Oh,
So, Sapling, there were a fair amount of visitors here.
Yeah, can't see anything.
I mean, there are an awful lot of
Tracks.
different shoes, but nothing that just jumps out at you. And actually,
Alter part of my statement
yeah.
for the sake of story as well. I'm looking for similar tracks to any of the footprints that we may have seen in blood, similar sizing and things like that, that were in the basement as well.
Ah, okay. That's fair. Okay.
I'm just kind of looking for like big groups, numbers of people traveling in one single direction kind of deal.
Okay. Vlad, give me a pure judgment roll.
29.
Okay. So you do see a group of tracks. By group, I mean 2 or 3, maybe 4 people at the most. But they have on very similar boots to what you and the team wear.
Except for Gruff.
Non-traditional. They're not traditional hiking boots or tennis shoes. Okay.
They're more like combat style boots, right?
Yes. Yes. Very much.
Anything
Very much so.
Thing
And that
like
is a
starts
very
as shoe and
distinct
turns
tread
into a-
pattern. In most cases.
When I notice them, I'm going to call like Glitch and Neuro over so they could take a look too.
Okay. Gruff. When you're looking at stuff at the tracks, looking for what you're looking for, you find a track, a single footprint that you don't recognize, does not look like it had a shoe, was not quite a foot, well, a human foot. But it's in an area that's not showing prints real well. So it's kind of half on, half off, like grass. Okay.
Absolutely.
And it's heading into the cave, from what you can tell.
So I got something over here, guys. There's a shoe that, a shoe, not a shoe, a print that doesn't have a shoe. It looks kind of, weird.
Weird, like
It's not a human
government-grade
foot.
combat boot tread. Weird.
We go over and
It's not a human foot.
I'll go over, look at it with the goggles so that WD can see it and get an image print.
so do you need to Google species? Gaggle species?
We have government databases. We don't
Yeah,
need to gaggle everything.
We could always ask Norbert.
Yeah, but
You
we're just
know-
trying to identify like an animal-ish print.
I'm not going to have
Or-
databases.
If
to
it's
go share
identical
that.
to what was in the basement, we would have that on file. 'cause
mean,
it's part
we
of our
can-
case.
Fine,
can-
I'll compare and overlay.
We can gaggle what a rat print looks like and then just like enhance the rat print size.
Enhance.
That's how all that computer stuff works anyways, right? Enhance
We can
Call up-
enhance things forever.
Call up grid sector 1849 or something. Enhance again.
You stick Gruff. You stick to the outdoor stuff. Let WDE worry about the computer stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a really good point. Looking at this print, does it look like a rat print? Because, well, I do have biology as a background.
That's true.
Natural biology as a background.
It is too. There's not enough there to tell whether it's a rat or not. There's just not enough there, but it's definitely not anything you've seen at that size.
Fair enough. I say we go in. It looks like it's headed into the cave. I say we kind of follow it. We got to catch up to this thing somehow.
I do pull up the earlier footage and try to compare.
Okay. Give me a judgment roll.
That's going to go.
I'm not worried about your electronics. I'm just trying to figure out if you can make the call.
If it
You
looks
didn't
the same.
explode down, did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
an
no.
That's an
I
impro.
slowed it down. So 11 minus 9.
Oh, no.
You're not sure if it matches or not.
It's a blob and a bloody blob.
Those are some imp numbers right there. Just
Two wouldn't have
basking
asked
in
for
it.
help either, would
I think
they?
that's my first explode down since like the beginning.
I see 42 having trouble, and I'm like, mind if I give it a shot?
Well, 42's in the
How can you
van,
see
man. I don't know
42
if
having
we
trouble?
see them.
42's in the van. You're not in the van.
No, 42 would have to ask for help, and I don't know that
Nope.
that's going to happen.
I
You
just
think
failed
what-
my judgment roll. My
I mean,
No one-
we're
like doesn't look
No.
like they match.
No one touches
Yeah.
42's computers but 42.
Unless she's telling us to move them.
They.
I mean, I've got some computer in sight.
I think
Maybe
it'll
a
be
higher
fine.
judgment.
Hey,
maybe-
out of all of this, I know I'm not the most wise person here, but what I've gathered from this is that when we enter, we should be doing this. That's it.
That's probably a wise choice, even with your low judgment, Imp.
Gruff
So-
pulls the climbing axe off the side of his bag.
There we go. See, that feels more
I'm
like
gonna
it is.
pull out my
Instead of
chain.
analyzing and trying to see what's going on here, we can just figure it out by going there. Because remember, we're officially in a race.
True, we gotta go.
I'm sitting there trying to figure out which kind of specialty bullets I need to use.
Quick question about the group of checks that I saw. Were they headed towards the cave as well?
Yes, they were.
Are they near the other weird print?
Are they?
He's thinking.
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
That's a scary thing.
He's playing it out in his mind, trying to see where they went, reenacting it.
They merge. They go towards the cave, not near the other print, but then you do see, as you kind of trace them towards the cave, you do see a similar number coming out of the cave.
So matter to be gone.
They couldn't find behind what it was not
Yeah,
what it
exactly.
seemed.
Exactly. It's just a shallow cave.
Am
Well,
I
I mean, let's
am
go.
I able to distinguish which special bullets are for the vamp and which ones are for other?
Well, yeah, you have your personal pistol loaded with the other rounds, and then you have Ghost's gun loaded with the other ones. Ghost's gun is for Vlad.
No, I got that gun taken away. The only gun I've got now is Ghost gun.
Oh, that's right.
with 2 different rounds.
Because he's only allowed 1 pistol at a time.
Yes.
Do I see Neuro having this existential crisis of what rounds to put into the damn gun?
Yes, you do.
Imp walks over and goes, "Just put a damn bullet in the damn gun and quit stalling." At this point, the Red Queen is going to appear in front of us, and we're going to oh crap.
And yes, they are actually distinguishable. The vampire rounds, you notice, actually do have crosses both on the casing and the actual head of and the actual bullet itself.
They didn't put little fangs on them to.
No.
Yeah.
So
I can send you an exact picture of what those vampire rounds look like. I designed them.
So I put the vampire rounds away and put the other special bullets into the gun.
I'm pretty sure all of them are going to mess up anybody who's standing around you.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really matter.
That's probably true, knowing Norbert's rounds, yes.
But the vampire rounds are more effective against the vampires.
Above the table, and Neuro, you would probably know this on some level, the vampire rounds, they're the way that they're cut with those crosses on the inside, they're actually like a hollow point. So when they hit something, they're going to open up and cause a lot of damage anyway to anything. Maybe more to a vampire, but a lot of damage to anything. And it's also a big bullet.
So I'll put the vampire rounds in. Never know when I'm going to need a vampire round.
Imp takes the other rounds away from Neuro and just puts them in the van and goes, "We're going to take away your choice here. You seem to be stalling out a little."
If they didn't already know we were here, they would know we were here by
exactly.
I'm sorry. I'm used to regular bullets and special bullets. I never had 2 different kinds of special bullets before.
So which bullets did you take away from him?
They're in the box. I am not touching them with my hands. I am better.
No, he took the vampire ones away.
He took the ghoul rounds away. He has Neuro currently has the vampire rounds loaded.
Oh,
okay.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Okay.
I just put them in the van. They're just there. That's all I do.
All right.
Can I just still bring a few just in case?
They're your gear, Neuro. Like you can bring them. You want them. You just can't be freezing up like this.
Yeah, you're kind of locking up on us, buddy. I'm just trying to help you out.
Gruff is currently tying.
I want to go investigate the cave.
Gruff is currently tying a section of rope around a tree and tossing it down into the cave because he's not sure how deep the cave is, and he's just getting ready.
And it goes down. It's like a hole in the ground. It's not back. It's down.
It's kind of back. It's a shallow grade down. It's not.
Hey,
you
I'm
guys
just doing
also
this.
have to understand, Neuro just made a huge mistake.
I'm just doing this because the last time.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to make another one.
The last time I went.
Just getting distracted.
The last time I went into a cave with my friends, we got onto an ice plateau. We couldn't get ourselves back out other than the rope that we had. We were very lucky. I'm being prepared. We're all good.
No, that's legit.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I have a couple of my needles, my glowy blue ones out, just in case.
Okay. What else does everybody have prepped and ready to go?
I've got the broom in hand.
I pulled my chain out.
I've got the baton on my hip. From Norbert.
Glitch has the broom out and not
an ice axe.
Shotgun.
I've got the broom. The shotguns on the back.
Click.
Bandoliers across the chest.
Okay.
I have my standard bag with like the 3 little saplings because I just in case. Are there any vines around us?
I'm more terrified that we're about to like stumble onto like a couple of teenagers who decided that they didn't want to leave.
So couple questions. Sapling, are those the
No, these are
little
fresh
saplings that
saplings.
got the dunking in the holy water?
No, these are fresh. I left all my specials at back base.
Okay.
Well, that's a good point, but no, I already said I left them, so I left them. It's fine.
Okay. I'm just thinking here. This team that's special government tactical team.
Special is right.
Tactical.
We're all special.
You've got
I focused on special.
I don't know.
a guy with
I was much more of a visual reader, not a tactical reader or a tactical learner.
the two guys with
Oh,
guns. One
wait.
has a subgun. One has an old revolver. And then there's a guy with a broom. The guy with an axe.
Yeah.
And a young.
Not an actual axe. A climbing,
just nice
climbing
axe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just and then a young woman with some pine needles. This is
They're my
awesome.
glowy blue ones.
As a
Right.
point, if combat happens, I'm still probably better off using my head.
I just figured
You're
that
not
like
wrong.
Not wrong.
my only ranged weapon might be a good way to start. That's all.
Uh,
I have a baton and I have needles.
I'm
Imp just looks
envisioning-
over and looks over at Sapling and goes, "We're getting you a crossbow."
As long as I get the training to go with it.
I'm envisioning that it's a shallow little.
I'm envisioning a lot
hole.
of friendly fire.
There's we can
Lot of
see
blue on
everything
blue.
and there's nothing there. I grab the broom so I can poke at things and figure out if there's
Mhm.
a little bit more to it.
Yeah, did we see glowy? Did we already do this? Did we see glowy stuff coming off the broom with the goggles?
Yes, I already know everything.
Well, you know everything, but I've just got the magic, the lens flare, I don't get the info to go with it.
Ooh, I look at the broom. I've got the goggles on.
Blinded by the light.
With the goggles on, you can tell that they glow with the broom glows with, call it a little bit of magical energy, but you can't tell what.
Oh, ye of little faith, which is me.
Only caught some of that magical energy, but what?
I said, "Oh, ye of little faith," because I don't
But
have very
you-
much.
He said that you can see the magical energy, but you can't tell what it is.
Uh,
Fair.
It's not lens flaring. It's just little belly.
it probably is just pseudo indestructible. It's just the best broom ever. Come on.
No, I mean, it seemed to vacuum whatever he swept up the last time.
Oh, that's nice. All right, so let's go.
Yep, let's
Yeah.
go.
And at
All right,
this point, we are going to have to
I think
call
we
it
should have the
early this
melee
evening.
guys in the lead.
We are going to have to call it early this evening. So we are going to call it here. We'll be back next time with the entry into the Skull Cave and its fun trip.
Spas.
So spas. We're going to do that off recording. I'm going to pause recording. We'll do that off recording. We'll come back next week. Hey, thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Before you go, do me a favor and like and comment down below. It really helps us out in the algorithms. Also, before you go, if you have not subscribed to us yet, smash that subscribe button over there. And I probably have another video waiting for you to hit and watch right there. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it again. You guys are awesome. This is the One Legged GM. Happy hunting.